figured it out. It was nice of y'all to have cameras to help us figure it out.
I can prove you shot me.
This is the world's dumbest criminal, Stanley Summer Jr. 4 days before this interrogation, Stanley's own Blink cameras recorded him taking the life of his 44-year-old neighbor, David Vega. Now, as he accidentally admits to solving a crime he committed.
I got cameras out there.
Yeah.
They're good quality cameras.
We appreciate the good audio too.
Stanley, I don't think you understand. We got the surveillance from around your house.
Stanley's two brain cells will rub together to come to the startling realization that in the face of this recording, his life is over.
Y'all trying to make me out of the person.
Stanley, I'm making a decision tonight. It's going to be the biggest one you ever make, okay? I can prove you own a gun. I can prove you were at your house with David. I need to know if I'm dealing with some psychopath that just likes shooting people.
On November 11, 2020, police in Ocala, Florida received a panic call from a woman claiming there was a man bleeding out in her carport. When they raced to the scene, they discovered that they were too late. 44-year-old David Isaac Vega had passed away from a single gunshot wound to the head. The woman, Stanley's wife, told police that she had heard a pop come from outside the home. Moments later, her husband, career criminal Stanley Summer, raced into the home, telling her that someone was shot outside. Thankfully, Stanley had put up Blink cameras on his home just weeks earlier, cameras that caught an altercation between him and David Vega just seconds before he was shot. Of course, police wanted to question Stanley, but there was a problem with that. As soon as his wife called 911, Stanley took off, which is a phenomenal way to look even more suspicious after you've captured yourself on camera, left DNA on the scene, and had your wife tattle on you. Fortunately, just 4 days later, police were able to locate Stanley Summer at a nearby house and take him into custody. The following footage was provided to us by the Ocala Police Department.
Like I said, Stanley. Do you like to be called Stanley? Stan, what do you go by? Stan? What do your friends call you?
Stanley.
Stan? I just like to call people what, their friends call them. Especially people that are being decent. I'm not going to call you what your friends call them. I know you're stressing out. You probably don't smoke this much, drink this much coffee. I get it. Smoke a lot of cigarettes?
I'll tell you what you can do though. You can go home and you can surveil us around the house and shit.
You'll go home.
Anything happen,
You'll go home what?
I mean, if you take me home, you can surveil us around the house and shit. Yeah.
I can do surveillance around your house?
Yeah, just wait until any strange calls, anything come down,
Why would strange cars come around your house?
I'm just trying to help you figure it out. I promise you.
Stanley, I don't think you understand. We got the surveillance from around your house.
I know, but I'm just
We've
trying
got,
to help you figure it out.
listen. We've got the cameras from around your house. So we know everything that's going on around your house.
I'm just trying to help you
Stanley.
figure it out, bro. I don't know.
We figured it out.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Okay?
I can prove you own a gun. Okay? I can prove you were at your house with David. I can prove you shot David. Okay? Listen.
Listen to what he's saying.
Okay? Now, there's two types of things in this world, okay? I need to know.
You know, man,
Just,
you
hey.
made me out of
What?
Listen,
you know, listen.
I need to
I'm
know.
trying to help y'all.
Stanley,
Y'all trying to make me out of the person.
Stanley, I need to know if you made a mistake because shit went south. People make mistakes, Stanley. I know you're a decent dude, okay? I need to know that. Or I need to know if I'm dealing with some psychopath that just likes shooting people.
That's what I'm trying.
Okay.
I can play it off and be around the house, and y'all can surveil this.
I don't need that, Stanley.
Stanley has either been watching too much of The Wire, or he seriously got some wires crossed. Police obviously have no interest in surveilling his house, because Stanley did that for them. The footage captured on Stanley's Ring camera showed him walking into the carport. Moments later, Vega follows behind him. Off-screen, a verbal altercation, followed by the sound of a gunshot, occurs. Then, Stanley leaves the carport and goes into his home. Vega, sadly, never reappears. A pretty cut and dry situation. But in Stanley's mind, he somehow thinks he can get police to believe that a secret assailant has been casing the home.
Stanley, listen up, okay? Your cameras that you got right there, we can say with 100% certainty that you and him were the only people in the carport. He's walked into the carport on your camera, and then you walk into the carport, okay? Is that true or false? You were both standing in the carport. You say you want to help us. Tell us the truth. True or false? Were you and him standing in the carport at some point Sunday night or Sunday morning? If you want to say you're working with us, you got to give me a little bit of something to where I can be like, yeah, this dude's being straight.
Here's the thing, Stanley. Okay? Like I explained to you, I laid all my cards out on the table. I told you everything. I told you what I could prove. I told you what I know. Okay? Doesn't look good for you. I need to know if you're the guy that shit went south, man. You made a mistake. I've been there, man. All right? But when things go to rest, listen, when things go to rest and you're up against the judge, I don't know, ain't gonna work.
So answer this one question. Were you and him standing in the carport? I'm telling you, I saw it on the video. Just show me that you're being straight.
Bro,
I can't. I'm not trying to be rude, but with your cigarette in your mouth, dude, I couldn't understand what you're saying.
You got Stanley. Think of your family. You want to protect them. That's why you got the gun. That's why you got the gun. You protect them for your family. I get 100%. Okay, but there's other ways to protect your family.
I do not.
Okay. All right. Aside from that, answer my question. You say, if we let you go to the house, do surveillance and shit, show me that you're at least a straightforward guy. Were you standing in the carport at all after Regina came and picked you up with David?
All they're going to tell you is that's all you got to do is surveillance.
No, you're not letting. Hey, listen,
You know,
David. I'm sorry.
Just trust me. Just surveillance the house. You be around.
We can't trust you if you haven't shown us that you're being honest. If you want me to look at me, hey,
You know, and I just like let you
Stanley.
see a little bit, you know?
Stanley.
Just surveillance the house, man. You just,
Stanley, look at me.
I promise you, man.
Hey, look me in the eye.
I don't know, man. I promise you. That's the best I can tell you, man. Just believe me and just
Stanley, you can't do a simple thing like look him in the eye.
You have to prove to us that you're trustworthy for us to trust you.
I promise you, trust me.
No, you have to prove that. Okay, you don't know me from Adam, right? So if you see me walking down the road, I'm going to have to earn your trust. So earn my trust. Simple question. At any point Sunday after Regina picked you up, did you stand in the carport with David?
I just ask you to trust me. That's
No, we don't. You can't just ask.
I'm telling you, I really don't.
You can't
know
trust a
what's
man
going
that
on.
won't answer a question.
I really don't know what's going on, man.
I just told you
don't,
what went on.
bro.
I told you. Listen,
Bro,
I don't ask questions I don't know the answers to. Okay? I'm telling you.
Surveillance the house. I'm not gonna run, bro. I'm not.
No one's saying you're gonna run. I know
I'm
you're gonna run.
Then answer my question.
You know what Stanley's problem is? The poor innocent guy forgot to say pretty please with cherries on top. Trust me. I'd like to pretend that it's the copious amounts of nicotine he's sucking down that are making him unable to follow the logic of the conversation, but that's not the case. They have obviously no reason to trust Stanley, and text messages on his phone showing that he and David were arguing about David supposedly stealing items from their shared carport show that the animosity between them had grown. Especially since, in one of his texts, David made it clear that Stanley had already threatened to shoot him.
Surveillance the house. What am I looking for?
I don't know. I don't
Why
know
would you
shit.
say that? Why would you say
That's
surveillance the
what I'm
house?
trying to figure out, bro. I swear I'm trying to figure out.
Do you think somebody's following you? What do you mean? I don't know.
I'm trying to figure it out. I promise you, man. I don't
Because
know.
every time I've rolled up on a scene and there's a body who's been shot, people don't say surveillance the house. So what do we expecting to see if we surveillance your house?
I don't know. You'll probably find out. I promise you, man.
You can't say I promise and probably in the same sentence. It doesn't work. Okay?
If you, that's all you have to do. See what's something. I don't know. I don't know, man.
Why should we trust you?
And I'm,
If you can't answer a simple question for me that I already know the answer to and I already told you the answer to, how can I trust a man that can't tell a straight answer?
man, you said surveillance up and everything. You'll see, bro. I don't know. I promise you.
Why is that the answer? You're not even telling me that.
I can't tell you no answer because I don't know. I'm trying to
Okay,
figure it out,
okay.
bro. I swear to God, bro.
Stanley, you mentioned earlier you worried about your family, someone hurting your family, right? Okay.
I don't know.
Listen, that's a concern of yours, correct? It's simple. A concern of yours is somebody hurting your family, right?
Hurt me, my friend. I don't
Okay,
know.
but
That's what I'm
is
trying
that
to
a
say.
concern
I
of
don't know.
yours?
I'm just. That's the only thing I can think. I do not know, man. I do not.
You don't know if that's a concern of yours?
I don't know. I don't do nothing wrong. I don't do nothing wrong. I
No,
promise
hey,
you.
listen.
I can't figure it out.
Nobody
man.
said-
What I did to her. I don't know, bro. I promise you. I do not know. I do not know. I'm telling you, I do not know. I do not know, man. I'm not lying to you, bro.
Well, tell us what you do know. Start with that. That's easy. That's an easy thing. Tell me what you do know. I'm just asking. Tell me what you know.
I don't know. Nothing.
You don't know nothing.
I don't know what's going on. This is what I'm saying. It's just my mind.
You know
I don't
something?
know. I promise you, I do not know what's going on. I don't know, bro.
Why don't you know?
Bro, bro, I promise you. I do not know. I promise you. I don't know.
Okay, listen. There's a reason why I'm here at 3 o'clock in the morning, okay? I told you, now, put the detective shoes on you for a second, okay? All right, everything I've told you I can prove. Why should I be talking to you? I don't have to talk to you. I'm doing it because, listen, I know you're a good guy, man. I know things happen. I believe you're the guy that made a mistake and was protecting your family, and I believe that, man. Look, I believe it. Like I explained to you, man, I don't like thieves. Listen, if somebody was stealing my shit all the time, shit that I worked for, busted my, I would be pissed off too. If that person, you know, on top of that, came over to my house after I told them not to, because I accused them and I told them I know they're stealing, dude, you got cameras, you know he was stealing. I know he was stealing.
I don't
Listen,
know. I
look,
don't worry about that
look,
shit.
listen, man.
I don't worry about that shit. I don't
Stanley,
worry about that.
you worried about your family? Worry about them now. Now you need to worry about your family because, listen, you not talking to me and telling me the truth.
That's why I got cameras out there. That's why I
Yeah.
got cameras out there.
They're good. They're good quality cameras.
We appreciate it. We got audio too.
That's what I'm saying. I'm trying to come to a conclusion to find out.
But do you
I'm
know-
gonna call the police? I'm gonna tell y'all.
Stanley, you didn't call the police. When the police came, you ran. Your wife called the police. And you ran away.
Stanley has a history of running away from his problems, not just in this case. Over his 30-year prison record, he's racked up charges for evading officers, fleeing, and even being a fugitive from the law, which doesn't exactly help his "just trust me, bro" approach here.
So here's the thing, okay? Eventually, you're going to sit in front of a jury. Unless you can give us a hell of a lot better explanation than what you're giving us, eventually you're going to sit in front of a judge and a jury. And then the judge is going to, they're going to ask you all these questions, and the jury has to decide. Was this man protecting himself and his family, or is this a cold-blooded? So what do you want them to say? Because people make mistakes, or people do shit for a good reason. But if somebody keeps saying, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know, and we can prove otherwise, we can prove what the hell happened, we just can't prove why. And sometimes why is pretty damn important. Why is the difference between him texting you just beforehand and saying, hey man, I'm coming over. If you got to shoot me, I'm not afraid to die. Because we got that text message off your phone. So we know for a fact you knew he was coming over. We got it on his text messages. We got it on yours. We got your flip phone out of the house. So the why is the important part. If it's because you were afraid and you wanted to help your family, protect your family, whatever the case may be, that's fine. If it's because you didn't like him and you wanted him to die, that's your call. But okay, listen to me. Stop. Listen to what I'm saying. Well, this I don't know thing. You're smarter than that. Okay, hear what I'm saying. I don't want to lock somebody up because they was protecting their family. I don't want to call somebody something that they weren't because, dude was there and you racked around. We know because the damn round fell out on the ground. So we got that with your DNA on it, by the way. So you was trying to scare him to leave and he wouldn't leave? I'm down with that. But if you don't tell us, we weren't there. So unless you tell us how shit went down, all we have are the stuff that we can prove. I can't prove what you're thinking. I can't prove if you were afraid that he was coming after your family. I can't prove that if you told him to leave and he wouldn't leave. I can prove that you were in the carport with him. I can prove that you racked the gun and a live round fell out on the ground. I can prove that he got shot. So help me to put that. If you want your side of it in there, then you got to tell us, because that's the only thing I can't prove is what was going through your head. So help us to understand and don't pull this I don't know. You, in all reality, I'm betting you didn't intend on shit going down like that. Is that a fair bet? We're not setting surveillance up. We've got the guy right here.
Stanley, listen to me. Now is the time for you to man up and do what's right for your family, because I'm going to tell you, this I don't know shit that you keep doing is not going to work out for you and your family, because all that's going to do is it's going to make me write my narratives and paint that picture that I believe. Okay? You don't want that. Okay? Because what it looks like in my eyes is you tied to this guy stealing your shit. You argued over a four-wheeler, and you knew he was coming over, so you went and grabbed your gun in your closet, and you racked around and you shot him because you were tired of him stealing from you, and no one was going to do that. That's what I see. And then when I put you in jail and you go in front of a judge, and then the judge is going to have it all in paper, and you're going to go, I don't know. Well, I don't know. The judge is going to say, well, I know, just like Detective Coughlin knew. That's what's going to happen.
And then they're going to say, when you get there, then you're going to try to give your side up. You try to give the explanation. They're going to say, well, why didn't you tell the detective that?
You ran. You hid out in the house. It's everything that you've done is easy on me. Okay?
We don't need you to prove our case. Okay? We need you to tell us your side of it, because I don't want to put extra shit on somebody that may have been doing the right thing. So the decision that you make, it's the decision of your life. Because if he paints the picture that he just said,
you're a murderer.
You're going to prison for the rest of your life. But you can always tell what happened. There's shit that we don't know. I mean, the audio on your cameras is pretty damn good. Good enough to where we can hear y'all, we can hear you yelling, we can hear you rack the damn gun.
Listen, there's things that don't lie, okay? Cameras do not lie. Fingerprints do not lie. DNA does not lie. Okay? That's plain and simple.
Now, on top of the fleeing charges, Stanley's racked up dozens of other charges in his life. Many of his charges are related to dealing, possessing, and trafficking the only kind of snow you can get in Florida. On top of that, he's got a hefty collection of robbery, theft, battery, and gun charges to really round out his criminal resume. I can tell you, not much, in spite of what detectives say next.
Listen, I don't think you're a stupid man. Okay, believe it or not, I don't think you're a stupid man. So this act that you're putting on ain't helping you at all. You think that it's going to buy time or it's going to do this or that. It ain't doing nothing for you but hurting you. We know what happened. You know what happened. You know we're right. Help us to understand why shit happened. That's the important part. That's the difference between you go, whatever, or you get sentenced to life for prison.
Or worse. You have a little girl. A little girl that saw what you did.
She actually walked out and said, "Oh no." It's on camera.
Wouldn't it be nice for her to grow up and know that her dad will do anything to protect her, and even when she got dead? Or that her dad's in prison and she remembers the day that she walked out there and saw the guy her dad murdered right in her driveway?
You get to pick what people remember. What's happened's happened. Now you got to pick how people remember it. Do they know what you were thinking, or do they not? You want people to think that you're just a killer? Huh? Do you hear me? Do you want people to think that you're a cold-blooded killer? Yes or no? Stand there. That's the easy question. Do you want people to think that you're a cold-blooded killer? Yes or no?
So, like I said, you got 1 million pounds on your shoulders right now. 1 million pounds. It's time to start shedding that weight. Okay? You love your daughter, right? That's a simple question you better be able to answer in like 2 seconds. Right? Stanley? You love your daughter? Stanley? I'm not asking you anything hard. I'm not asking you something I don't answer. I can tell you, before you even finish that sentence, I would tell you I love my kids. There ain't nothing I would do without them. Okay? Nothing on this planet will stop me from being with my kids. I can promise you that. I will protect them any way I can. I will take a life and I will put my life on it for my kids. The thing is I don't know stuff. It's making us think a different way that you do know. Okay? I'm telling you, everybody, all these guys that are doing time in prison for murder, their kids ain't visiting them. Their wives ain't there no more. Their friends ain't there. All right? Ocala's not New York City. This ain't a big town. Everyone's going to know Stanley Summers went to prison for murder. And your daughter's got to grow up with these questions. Hey, where's your dad? Oh, he's in prison for murder. Birthdays. Graduations. No dad. And it's going to be her whole life. People are going to question. She's going to grow up one day. She's going to meet a nice man. First thing that, tell me about your family. Well, my dad killed somebody, so it's just me and my mom, but on our own.
Unfortunately, to guilt trip someone into a confession, that person needs to have morals. That's very clearly not the case here, because he did nothing to prevent his toddler from seeing the victim he left behind, which in turn made her a victim of his crime as well.
I'll also tell you, I'm sorry that I was able to prove you had a text message before he came over saying, "Hey, I'm coming over," about all this. All right, is that a fair deal? If somehow or other it's proved that you were innocent and we looked at you for no reason, I'll tell you, I'm sorry. But being smart enough, think about all I just said. You think there's ever any chance in hell somebody's going to say that we're not right? If me and him are the only people in the room and he gets punched in the eye, pretty damn good chance I did it, right? Unless he punches himself. Shit, we know David didn't shoot himself. Let's go back inside. No, we're going inside. Don't light that up.
Don't light that up.
No,
No.
no.
We're done.
Hey, we've been nice. Let's go inside.
Ultimately, Stanley was found guilty of premeditated first-degree murder, and as detectives had expected, he was sentenced to life in prison. He remains behind bars, where he doesn't look particularly happy. Our thoughts are with David Vega's family, as well as Stanley's, who helped bring him to justice, and didn't deserve that trauma they faced from his actions. Thank you for watching today's video. Whether you're new here or have been with us for a while, check out one of the craziest cases I've ever covered right here, or one of my newest uploads right here.